There's no such thing as Palm Springs dining without starting your day at a great Jewish deli. The Manhattan in the Desert has been serving New York-style, quality deli and bakery goods for almost a decade. As one of the go-to spots for a guaranteed amazing breakfast, lunch, or dinner, this standalone restaurant is big enough to hold half of Manhattan itself, or at least 100 or so East Coast transplants at any given time. Sit in one of their many spacious dining rooms or the lovely outdoor patio area and enjoy a delectable platter of food to share and something decadent to go.
Well, today, let's get Jewish. We already are, but
I already am Jewish. Are you Jewish?
we'll be double Jewish. So let's start with the knish and potato latkes.
A knish is just basically a Jew's version of a pastry dumpling. A knish is typically filled with a potato, or it could be a beef mixture. It's like a lightly seasoned mashed potato wrapped up in a big, fluffy, tender pastry dough, and they generally bake it, and sometimes they serve it with a gravy. This place does. They serve it with a nice brown, savory gravy, and you can dip it or you can not dip it, and it was smushy and good and ummy. And did you like it?
The size of it, first of all, it's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Like a Frisbee.
I mean, it's the small ones. Second of all, I love the mixture inside. It was a nice flavoring and stuff, and knishes are great, but I like the next one better, the potato latkes.
But did you like the latke?
I did.
Now, do you make latkes at home, though?
Now, potato latkes are just potato pancakes. There's a lot of different versions. This is fairly thick, and it was crispy on the outside. That's what I liked about it. It was a nice flavoring to it.
Is the difference between a latke and a potato pancake the use of the matzah, or?
No, it's just a version, a different version.
Okay.
Germans make it, thinner.
Okay.
Not
And
very
Americans
crispy.
eat a hash brown, but would you ever eat a hash brown served
See,
with
I-
sour cream and applesauce?
So I grade my potatoes, but there's different versions. So.
But would you ever put applesauce on your hash browns,
Oh,
or
yeah.
do you just people squeeze ketchup on it?
Yeah,
What's the
ketchup.
deal
Ugh.
with that? So,
Let's talk on the next one. Next one's Lox and Whitefish Platter. Unbelievable. This consists of a quarter pound each of Nova lox and Lake Superior whitefish, smoked, served on a platter with tomato, onion, cucumber, Greek olives, coleslaw, potato salad, and 2 homemade bagels, cream cheese, and capers. I love whitefish. It was smoky. I love it. I grew up with whitefish, and it's delicious. And lox. I mean, how can you go wrong with lox?
well, a lot of people don't know the difference between they assume that lox is a smoked salmon. It really isn't. It actually is the salt cured belly portion of the salmon, and it's very strong, very salty, a little bit on the, I don't want to say slimy because that makes it sound
No.
unappealing, but it's a little bit wetter version of maybe like a gravlax.
Moist.
But it's, pile that baby right onto the bagel
Yeah,
and
with-
smear it in with it.
With cream cheese and just
Bacon.
no.
I like mine
Forget it,
with
you're not Jewish anymore.
bacon and avocado.
Oh,
My
what
father
kind of
would
Jew are
roll
you?
over. I know.
Ay vey. Next one, cinnamon swirl pancakes.
Okay, the cinnamon swirl pancake. I mean, we all love pancakes, but this is a very unique version, unique to this restaurant, I think. The new owners took over about 2 years ago, and they've really worked hard at kind of revamping and making the menu a little bit more unique. And the cinnamon swirl pancakes was that. I mean, it's definitely a buttermilk batter, but what they do with this, it's 3 buttermilk pancakes. But as they're putting it on the griddle, as it's starting to bubble up, they actually swirl in a variegate of the cinnamon sugar. And then you watch that bubble up, and that adds a really wonderful texture and aroma to it because it gets a little bit crispy. So Cinnabon's got absolutely nothing on on these pancakes.
What I liked about it was thin but crispy on the outside.
I love
Great flavor. I love cinnamon.
crispy.
And delicious. I'd drive all the way out here
Hardly
just for this.
needed the maple syrup, but we had a little extra just because we could.
Next one is a blueberry cheesecake French toast. This is a real original dish. 2 thick slices of challah. It's egg bread, cooked until golden brown, topped with a smear, just a little bit of blueberry cheesecake frosting and fresh blueberries. What I liked about this was it had a nice blueberry flavoring. Blueberries, to me, doesn't have a lot of flavors. This one does. And I really liked it.
If you mix it in with cream cheese and sugar, it's going to have a burst of flavor. Visually, I wasn't as excited when I first saw it because they smeared on top. I thought maybe they were going to stuff it, but all the flavors together were a terrific combination. You can't argue with that. So then we had, one of the signature dishes of this place is, their cured meats and their sandwiches, but this was absolutely absurd. I mean, holy Jewish Bubba Mama baby. This is a $17 sandwich. It's called the Manhattan sized, and it's probably, without exaggeration, a good 6 inches high. stuffed with corned beef, nice salty pastrami, fresh turkey, roast beef, Swiss cheese, and tomatoes in between layers of fresh double-cooked rye bread. Served with a couple of different sides. We had the pasta salad and the coleslaw. What did you think of this bad baby?
Well, it was too big. It was amazing. All their meats are made here, so they make their own cabbage. Corned beef and pastrami, and you don't see that too often.
Right.
Even the turkey breast is baked here. The meats are excellent. This is a great sandwich. This is enough easy for, I would say, 3 people, if not 4.
This sandwich
It's huge.
is why the Jews are the chosen people. I'm completely convinced.
Oh, now you're Jewish. You're not, okay, you're back to the Jewish part now.
I don't think it's intended to eat the way it is. That would be nearly impossible.
Wow.
But you pull it apart, you dip it, you schmaltz it, you put all the good stuff on it, and you got one
Excellent
heck of a meal.
And now the Reuben pastrami sandwich. Unbelievable. This is pastrami, really lean, really excellent tasting. It's on rye bread, which they make themselves. It's grilled with Swiss cheese and sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut. It's a classic. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. You measure the quality of a Reuben based on the quality of the
real
meat.
thin little one.
And this was just superb. I mean, the combination of the meat with the gooey, melty cheese, a little bit of French fries on the side with this one. I mean, it's a big, fatty mess of deliciousness.
You get a side with it, and also they have Russian dressing that comes with it.
Sure.
And also, this is great for pickles. If you like pickles or pickled tomatoes, this is a great
What, the
side
sandwich,
dish. Eat
or-
with it. No, eat with the sandwich.
What do you put these wedges of tomato inside the
Oh
sandwich?
no, you just eat them by the tons. I love pickles.
So you get sour and salty and
Get
sour.
everything.
I get it.
Good
I get it.
stuff.
Okay, well, the next thing that we had was the hot corned beef and Swiss on an onion roll. This is called the number 33 on the menu. This is an open-faced corned beef sandwich. It's served on an onion roll. They quarter it for you. They pile up the corned beef really nice and high. They add the coleslaw on top for you so you don't have to go to the extra work. And then the Russian or Thousand Island dressing is served on the side. Not much different than the other. They just changed the bread just a little bit, but you get the nice texture of the soft, fluffy onion roll instead of the crunch of the toasted rye bread. Again, served with a choice of sides and just another delicious sandwich featuring these beautiful meats that they cure and slice here.
This to me is the Jewish version of sliders.
I like that.
I like this one.
Absolutely.
This is excellent.
Corned beef sliders.
And then we have probably the most classic Jewish dish here is chicken soup. I mean, this is Jewish penicillin. Yeah. This is a half a chicken. It's boiled, covered with a rich chicken broth, topped with a big fluffy matzo ball, 1 kreplach, which is a dumpling, with egg noodles, carrot, and comes with rye bread and butter, served with a dinner salad. I'm telling you, folks, this is a great dish, especially on a really cold night. And their matzo ball, it was so good. I like firm, but this actually was firm and fluffy at the same time, which I've never had before.
Yeah.
Excellent, large. It was just a really nice dish.
This is meant to
Not
actually
fancy.
probably be, this is comfort food. It's
Yeah.
Jewish peasant food, but this is called chicken in the pot. And it's intended to be a meal, so you could serve
Easy.
share it with several people and all that delicious rye bread on the side and butter, and oh my gosh.
Half a chicken.
Oy,
Oy vey, is
it's
it
all
good?
Okay, so if that wasn't enough, we actually ended our meal of meals and more meal with the brisket dinner. Great way to end it. This is a tender, slow roasted brisket of beef, lots of slices piled really high. They pair it with a homemade au jus, a salty beef dipping gravy and some creamed horseradish to spice it up a little bit. You get vegetables of your choice and a choice of potato or starch, as well as the super dinner salad on the side. If you love brisket, this was tender. It was meaty. It was moist. It was juicy.
It was really good. And also, we got this one with potato latkes, so I would highly get
More
latkes
potato
with it.
latkes
Yeah.
because we didn't quite get enough with the appetizer portion.
I know. Yeah, then there's desserts. And if you come here, you got to have desserts. It's kind of like Cantor's big, giant bakery here.
How do you choose?
Everything.
You
There's
can't
so
possibly
much.
choose.
Well, you did a good job.
You take stuff home with you.
You chose about 4 or 5 different ones, I think. But everything is beautiful, massive sizes, delicious. Everything. Their breads, their bagels, everything's baked here. We decided on the carrot cake.
The carrot cake. I mean, classic carrot cake. Extraordinary flavor on this one. Everything about it was fresh. Great chunks of chunky walnuts and pieces of pineapple and shredded carrots and the beautiful Philadelphia cream cheese frosting and big, thick, gooey layers of frosting.
Yeah,
and
look at the size of that frosting. I mean, you've never seen things like
that's
that.
sick. I'm taking. You cannot touch that. That is so going home with me. So
Okay.
you got to order dessert. You just got to come here.
Tell you what, you have that, I'll have everything else. How's that?
No, no. This is mine,
Okay.
baby, mine.
Let's do a quick wrap up.
Okay.
My favorites were the brisket. I love the brisket. The big giant sandwich was amazing, and their pastrami Reuben. I really like those.
I don't think you can go wrong with any of the sandwiches here. They're all spectacular. I couldn't possibly choose. From then, I would say just give me the bakery case and I am a happy girl. So
The pancake too, that cinnamon pancake was amazing.
did you love that?
That was delicious.
I loved
That was
it.
really good. Jode, although we ate a lot of food here, I've got to eat more, so I'm going off to Colton, Los Feliz Family Restaurant. Got to have some great Mexican food, seafood, so good.
You're a true professional, Alan.
Thank you. Kosher pickles. I'm a pickle freak. Oy vey, these are so good. Oy vey.